YouTube channel. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy tonight. And if you are currently struggling in a relationship or you are currently struggling obtaining a relationship, then this is for you. And there might be some things in here you might not want to hear. Okay? We might get a couple things that you don't want to hear tonight. All right. So, all right. I'm just going to fluff up the energy a little bit. And I am going to try to get comfortable with it. Okay, so 3 cards wanted to come out. Okay, so we are going to start. We are going to start with these cards that just came out. Okay, so the first card that we have out is the opposing 4 of Wands. And this symbolizes that in whatever connection you are experiencing or that you are intending to experience is leading to a empty feeling, is leading to an empty feeling within yourself, and you continuously are trying to figure out what is going on with yourself, what you are feeling within yourself. You are consistently trying to fix something. This is the thing. You are trying to fix something that isn't there. You are trying to fix something that isn't broken. And why are you trying to fix something? Why are you trying to fix something about yourself that is not broken? Because in the past, you have been taught that there was many parts of you that were not compatible with anybody. We're not lovable. We're not meetable. We're not capable of being accommodated. So many people have taught you in your life that you are not going to experience joy, and you are incapable of experiencing joy because of the fact that there's something wrong with you. So you've been spending all of this time since just trying to fix that thing. But you don't even know what that thing is. You don't even know what that thing is, but you're tirelessly working. I'm getting so much tireless working. You're always tirelessly working to evolve. You're always tirelessly working to become. You're always tirelessly working to try to figure out what is wrong with you. And I'm just here to remind you that there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. So that is the issue here. If you are currently in a relationship and you feel like it's just not going where it could be, I think it's because you are attracting exactly what you feel. You are attracting variations of people that are essentially feeling the same thing as you are. Excuse me. But the difference is that there are many people in the world who have no intention of changing this about themselves. So they kind of just look at their problems. They tend to just look at their problems and they say, well, maybe another time. Maybe it's not meant for me to fix in this life. Maybe I just don't have the energy. You know, I'm always working. I'm always busy. So these people, who are these people? Yeah. These people are the same people who have either, these people are the same people who have either hurt you in the past, or they just feel that emptiness as well, though they don't have the intention of changing it. They don't have the intention of changing it. And they watch you trying to become a better version of yourself, so they consistently are I mean, it's not always the case, but many times you do have a counterpart that is trying to tell you who you are, trying to, encourage you to stay the same, trying to encourage you to just do a basic 9 to 5 and not complain about anything and be grateful for everything that you have. Why do they do this? Because they see everything that you're capable of. They're staring directly at your potential. When somebody makes you feel really bad about yourself, it is because they are directly staring at your potential. Everything you're capable of, everything that you dream of, everything that you want out of life, they're looking right at it. And the most difficult part is that sometimes the person who is portraying that energy doesn't even see it about themselves. They don't even see it about themselves. Right? So how can we combat this? Put it down. Know what I'm saying? You gotta put it down. Because when you put down the workload, when you put down all of the tools that you are carrying in order to fix this thing, in order to repair this thing, then you realize that you already are exactly everything that you need to be. You already are exactly who you are looking for within yourself. So you are effortlessly trying to change this thing that you have been taught is wrong with you. You love so deeply. You care so genuinely. You try to help to an extent that others have given up on trying to do as well. So when you are establishing all of these parts of yourself to the public and they see that within you, it is essentially jealousy. And I hate to say it. I hate to speak on jealousy. I really do. It is one of the weakest things that I like to talk about. Because we really out here and we really as strong as our weakest link, that's my weakest link right there, is speaking on jealousy. Because when we wake up in the morning, we like to just live our life. We like to just be ourselves. We like to just do our thing. So when we interact with somebody who makes us feel really bad about ourselves, when we interact with somebody who makes us feel less than ourselves, but we are not able to understand it is simply because of the jealousy that they are seeing you through a lens of, right? They are seeing you through a lens, a pair of glasses, a perspective of solely setting out to knock you down. Solely setting out to knock you down. So when you have people that are doing this, and when you have people that are set on genuinely trying to change you, or trying to change the way that you look at yourself, because they see that you're already everything that you need for yourself. They see that. They don't like it. It can be really, tedious is just scraping the surface with it, but it can be extremely time consuming. It can be almost, it makes you feel like you're pushing people away. And when you grow up and you always get told that you're really good at pushing people away and you're really good at isolating others and you're really good at excluding other people, then you have a tendency to not be able to do this in your adult life. Especially when it comes down to you having to do it out of safety for yourself, because that's what we don't see. That's what nobody does talk about, is the fact that it is directly relating to you protecting your energy. You protecting your energy. And by doing so, what are we doing? Oh, by doing so, we are viewing people for exactly the traits that they possess. We are viewing people for exactly who they are. Exactly who they are. And what does this do? It gives us our energy back. It gives us everything that we needed to initially be able to decipher who others are, who others intend to be in your life, how people come off. And why is it so important to understand this? This is so important to understand because you are not able to resonate with your inner child if you do not see how damaged others' inner childs are. So when you are able to embody that, ooh, interesting. We're going to go back to that. When you are able to embody the inner child that you are holding within yourself, it is so much easier to decipher who outside of you is hurting, who outside of you feels less than, who outside of you is damaged. And when you decipher this, you make that much more room for your inner child. You make that much more room for your inner child to come up and say, I'm not feeling this guy. I'm not feeling this guy. And that's okay. It's actually extremely healthy. And it's not a sign of projecting, thinking you're too good for others. It's not a sign of being, oh wow, I can't think of any of the words I'm looking for. That's how you know. That's how you know. It's not a sign of being selfish. Yes, okay. It's not a sign of being selfish when you establish who you are and you tell people that they can take it or leave it, but they can't stay here. They can't stay here. So why are we experiencing people like this in our life? Okay, so we are essentially seeing exactly who we are as a being. We are seeing who we are capable of being within that as well. So when you sit back and you see yourself for everything that you are, then it is so much easier to understand who does not do the same thing, right? It is so much easier to understand who does not do the same thing. So when you are in this energy of you're feeling really good about yourself, you're feeling really high and mighty, and you're feeling proud of yourself, then when you look at others, you're able to understand whether or not they can meet this frequency that you possess. This frequency that you wield is a better idea. This frequency that you hold. And in doing so, you are that much more capable of establishing a healthy support system. So you're at you're at a point in your life where it is very important to decipher who is here for you and who has not been here for you. Because in being this higher version of yourself, you are that much closer to being able to hold a frequency that will carry you in to your richest timeline. Carry you into your richest timeline. So, it's really important at this point in your life to understand that there's not much more you can do. There's not much more you can do at this current point in order to become a better version of yourself, because you've been spending all of this time working tirelessly, working, to be a better version of yourself, to see everything that you are capable of being. You know, you've been spending so much time trying to see a better version of yourself that you didn't understand it was okay to see exactly who other people are. Why are we doing this? Because we understand that others do not have good intent. We understand that others do not have the same intent that we do. And we are slowly accepting that because it is so easy to understand it. But is it easy to accept it? Not quite. Not quite. So you're finally understanding that the wall you have built around you was only hurting you in the long run. You're building a wall in order to protect yourself from people that you are already protected from. The only thing that you have to do is accept your frequency. Excuse me. So in accepting that frequency, you are able to protect yourself to an extent that others don't know how to surpass. They don't know how to infiltrate. They don't know how to enter into. And within the fact that they don't know how to enter into this, it makes them really upset. It makes them really upset. And it makes them feel like you think you're better than them. But what it really comes down to is the fact that all you're doing is taking your energy back. All you're doing is taking your energy back. And I think the world has been living off of your energy for some time. I think the world has been living off of all of your wealth and your health and your capabilities that are due to you for some time. So I think it's really important to, I want to say sit back. It's just important to sit back. And I'm taking this advice with you. I'm taking this advice with you because I also have a hard time not wanting to do everything for everybody else. I also have a hard time not working tirelessly in order to fix things about me. But there's really nothing to fix. You've already taken broken parts of yourself and made something really beautiful of it. So you really don't need to fix that. Are you gonna break it again? Are you gonna break it again so you can make something else? Because it's already beautiful. You don't need to touch it. It's already so nice. It's already on display. It's already gonna be in a museum. I'm telling you, it's gonna be in a museum. So you're feeling, what are you feeling? What are we feeling? I want to clarify. Clarify on that. Okay. You're feeling like your internal and your external are imbalanced. You're feeling like your internal and your external have no congruent properties. Whoa. So when you shine perspective, when you shine your authenticity, when you shine your genuinity and take off your rose-colored glasses and you just shine your vision, because your attention is light, your attention is beauty, your attention is that little spark in the dark, right? So when you shine your perspective on exactly what you're experiencing, whether it be in balance, whether it be in confidence, whether it be uncertainty, you start to see that you don't have much to be insecure about in the first place. And I've said this before, and growing up, especially as a woman, I'm probably going to say that a lot, we are taught that we don't have the right to be confident with ourselves, because in being confident with ourselves, it directly correlates to a man's insecurity and not being able to meet him where he's at. So we are genuinely being groomed through a man's, through a ego-driven man's perspective. Okay, that is what this world is. That is what this world is. And in being this, right? And in being taught this, and in trying to incorporate it into our daily life, it is extremely difficult because we are continuously trying to meet something that is already dead. It is already gone and over with. So it's literally just trying to meet the stagnance. We're trying to be good enough for a stagnance. And that is the difficult part, because we are continuously trying to change ourselves, trying to switch this, trying to be that, in order to be good enough for a toxic environment. So you're never gonna be. You're never gonna be. And you are not meant to be, because you are meant to look at the world and see how beautiful not only the world is, but how much you are projecting into the world. How much beauty and light and authenticity you have been projecting into the world this whole time. Okay, so we're gonna clear that. We're gonna clear that. And I want to talk about one more thing. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I want to talk about one more thing. Okay, here's what I could talk about, all right? Here's what I could talk about. If you are currently in a relationship, you're either gonna love this or you're not. You're either going to want to hear this or you are not. And I feel the need to talk about it because I think it's for somebody out there. Okay, so we are going to shuffle the deck. We're going to shuffle the deck. Okay, split it. Okay. 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 All right. So I'm really getting that you're a woman. If you're not a woman, then you may have specific traits or perspectives of a woman. Okay? So you may just look at the world with care. Maybe that's all it is. So my point is that whoever you are in a relationship with currently has no intention, as I was saying earlier, has no intention of changing who they are. And you are continuously trying to sit with this person and be content. You are continuously trying to sit with this person and be okay with the life that you are leading. You just keep trying to convince yourself that it's okay. You keep trying to convince yourself that you have nothing to worry about. You keep trying to convince yourself that you can do this for the rest of your life, and you can like brainwash yourself for the rest of your life and convince yourself that you're happy. Ooh, y'all might hate me after this. So this bottom card really wants to come out. Yeah, exactly what I was saying earlier. Okay. All right. Okay, so these three bottom cards. Ooh, yeah. These three bottom cards want to come out. It's exactly what I was just pertaining the reading to. You are consistently trying to figure. I just spit so hard. I'm talking hose. That was like Sputterhook. Okay, anyway. You are consistently trying to fix. You're working hard. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. You're becoming better for yourself. You're this, you're that. And this actually is an old trait that you have been taught that you are continuously trying to incorporate into your life. To always try to fix yourself. Because you never got what you needed. So you're always being taught and faced with the idea that you have to become a version of yourself that feeds everybody around you in order to be happy. Okay, are you happy? Are you happy though? So back to the beginning cards. I do think that you, and yeah, you could see that reverse lovers on the back. So you are being faced with somebody currently, if you are in a relationship, that doesn't see you for who you are. Doesn't see you for who you are. And they don't see you for who you are because you are so busy trying to become what they need. You are so busy trying to be everything that, it's funny. It's funny because it's a catch-22. It's kind of essentially a double negative. So they're trying to make you this person that feeds into their ego. They're trying to make you this person that will feed their confidence at your expense. And in becoming this, you are seeing yourself. You are becoming yourself. You are loving yourself. You are becoming everything you need. But you're trying to hide it from this person and simultaneously feed into their ego at the same time. So they're seeing the fact that there is not only restraint, but they're seeing the fact that your way of feeding their confidence is not coming from a genuine place anymore. And when you first met this person, it was. Because, that's how toxic relationships start. They always sweep you off your feet. And then you're, oh my gosh, this person, and I love them, and their life is beautiful. So you're finally coming out of the cupcake phase. And I do hope that you genuinely, if you do feel this way in a relationship, I hope that you take this to heart. And I'm saying this with love and hugs and kisses, because it's all about evolution at the end of the day. It's all about how will we carry on and make a better future for, existing with love. How are we going to do that if we are forcing ourselves to be in a relationship that doesn't serve us? How will we do that? We won't do that. We won't do that if we refuse to do that. That's just what it comes down to. So, in finally seeing yourself, you are broadcasting parts of yourself that are authentic. And they see this. They see this coming out of you. And they're trying to revert you. And in trying to revert you, it is coming right back to them. So they're literally getting that energy back. And they think that it's you. Ooh, this is so interesting. They think that it's you that is sending that energy to them. But it's really just you being honest about the fact that they are not who you thought they were initially. Okay, who are they? Who are they? Let's talk about it. Let's shuffle it. I suck at shuffling. You didn't even hear the shuffle. That's how bad I am. It didn't even go because I'm not good, bro. I'm not good at it. Still learning. All right. Yeah, literally. They are just this person. Okay, so they are this person that thinks that they are so much more important than what they actually are. They are a person that thinks that they're so much, I guess, higher. They think that they rank much higher than they do. because they're taking your energy and using it to radiate. They're using your energy to radiate with. So when you're surrounded by people like this, you feel like you just have a cup out and ready to receive. When you're surrounded by people who are narcissistic, when you're surrounded by people who don't have good intentions for you, excuse me, you're continuously waiting. You're always waiting. So when you finally sit with yourself and you realize that you're not getting what you need, and you realize that you're not happy, you love yourself but you're not happy, then you finally start to have space for what is true. And what is true is the fact that you are ready to move on to an environment that does serve you, to an environment that can accommodate you, to an environment that can meet you where you are. So you're at like a crossroads of feeling like you're not enough for a beautiful environment, but you know that you're too much for your old environment, which is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, because to understand that within yourself and to be honest about who you are is the first step to a brighter and more vivid life. To a life in general, because what is this? What is this that you are experiencing right now? Do you feel like you're living? All right. So we're going to shuffle one more time. I feel the need to talk about something else. Okay. You might have somebody in your life that you don't know if you could trust. That's what I'm getting. We're going to see if you can trust this person. I think you know the answer. That's the thing. Because I love to watch tarot readings and know the answer. That's my thing. Okay. So, I feel like this person doesn't necessarily hate you. They don't necessarily resent you. And if they intend to in the future, I don't think they're doing it now. But they are just kind of comfortable where they are. They're just comfortable where they are. And I feel like you are a being that is ready to, wander. You're a wanderer. And to be in that perspective of being ready to go somewhere that this person is not, then, it's not a greedy thing. It's not something greedy. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you aware that there's more out there for you. And this person doesn't want to accept that. Why do they not want to accept that? Because they feel like they won't be able to meet you regardless. I really feel like this person is trying to be something for you that they are not ready to be. They are not ready to be this version. So you're literally sitting here and saying, come on, let's go. It's time. And this person is saying, you know what? I'm fine. I'm okay here. And I don't know why I feel the need, because I don't have any friends. So I don't know why I feel the need to say this stuff, but I do. I'm just getting it. So I think that I could be wrong, like sometimes, sometimes, not usually. I just think it's right. It's just a little joke I have in myself. I'm not usually wrong. No, but I do make mistakes. But anyway, my point is that I think to sit down with this person, and they might not even be honest about it. That's the thing, because when people are okay where they are, they usually don't want to accept that they're not ready to move on, that they're stuck somewhere. They don't want to accept that. So if you really feel the need, but unless you feel like it could be dangerous, then don't do it. But if you really feel like there's something that's tying you to this person and you want to sit down and talk to them about the way that you feel, right? About how empty and misled you feel, essentially. You feel like the connection is dying. You feel like the connection is freezing and breaking, is snapping in half. And you want to sit down and talk to this person. And as I said, if you feel that it is going to be dangerous, please do not do that. But if you feel the need to sit down, like genuinely within your heart, if you're like, man, I really care about this person, and they show you signs of caring about you too, the best way that they know how, then I would recommend to sit down with them and just talk to them about how you know that you have so much within yourself that is unjust when you do not let it overflow. And like, they might not even understand what you're saying. That's how you know sometimes. If people can sit down with you and say, I don't know what the fuck you just said, but that's okay because I still love you, then that is so beautiful. But if somebody can sit down with you and say, you're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid. Then that's not a good person for you. And I also feel the need to tell you that we spend a lot of our time trying to water ourselves down in order to impress people that are not healthy for us. We spend so much trying. Yeah, okay, we spend so much time trying to impress what is literally not meant for us. So we're trying to be some version of, somebody that this person needs. We're trying to be the version of what this person, thinks of a friend as. So in doing that, we are only hurting ourselves because this person doesn't understand what you're doing. So when you get to the point where you're honest about it, then it's so much easier to sit back and look at this person and just understand that they were kind of just a lesson to begin with. Understand that they weren't much more for you than a little side note. That's what I'm hearing. Just a little side note. Side note, don't do that again. Side note, understand that that's not meant for you. So yeah, I feel like you're literally just stuck in this cycle of work. And I feel like it's putting you in a situation where you think that you don't have any other options. You think that the people in your life are all that you have. You look at the world and you say, why would anybody else want to get to know me when everybody is so heartbroken and everybody is so scared of love? Why would anybody want to take the time to love me? Because there are people in this world who can decipher. And that's what it really comes down to. If people decipher, right? That's so beautiful. If people can decipher, then they are able to see the threats and the dangers that are going to try to creep up on them. So don't be so hard on yourself, because the people in your life that don't know how to decipher between good people and bad people, and they do unfortunately exist, yes. As much as I tried to put that off and tried to ignore the fact, people can be good and people can be bad. I didn't want to accept that. But I didn't want to accept that because it would consist of the people in my life who are not good people. And I would have to accept that about them, You have to sit back sometimes and understand that people genuinely don't want to change. People genuinely don't have the same intentions as you. People genuinely don't look to you the same way that you look at yourself. And they will try to change this about you. They will try to cut out parts of you and keep it for themselves. So when you finally take that energy back, you're able to see who else has the idea of doing the same thing to you. So when you come into contact with the person who is going to love you so dearly for the rest of your life and make you put your guard down, finally, then what? Yes, your complexes of feeling like you're not good enough are going to shatter, which is so beautiful. And sometimes it's okay to admit that you need help. Because I understand if you don't want systematic help. I understand if you don't want to go through Department of Social Services. And I understand if you don't want to go through therapy. And I understand if you don't want to go get a meal ticket. Like, it's okay, you know? Sometimes you just got to sit and starve to understand that you need more than physical sustenance. You need soul sustenance. That's what I'm getting out of this reading. Regardless of friends, regardless of family, regardless of relationship. You're not getting soul sustenance out of anything. And it's not jealousy, because that's being projected onto you, or greed that is making you feel this way. It is just your soul. It is just your inner child saying, I can't do this, man. I'm going nutty. Yo hace balas. Muy hace balas. So literally just accepting that is kind of where you're at. Kind of just, okay, like maybe I do need more. Maybe I am a human being with emotions. Maybe sometimes I do need affection and attention and somebody to make me feel good about myself, okay? Like, that's just what humans do. And, like, honestly, we're in the wrong era because we were never meant to be so alone. Like, collective who is logical and collective who puts themselves first, like, we don't really get that. We don't have the luxury of human connection, unfortunately. We don't have the luxury of human connection and always being able to have somebody with us. And, you know, that is also a catch-22, because if you are unhappy and you feel empty inside, you're going to attract that. And you're going to end up with somebody who feels the same way. And if you force that relationship, you're going to be unhappier. So it's always like to have somebody or not to have somebody, you know? So I'm going to ask what the biggest piece of his advice is. Just remember who you are. Remember where you're going. Remember where you're from. That's the thing. Because the environment that you're in right now, you're associating it with yourself. That's the issue, because you've always been taught that everything is always going to be of you. Everything is always going to be a reflection of you. Everything is always going to have something to do with you. Sometimes your environment and the people around you are a blatant, what's the word? Display of what you don't need. Sometimes you're just living a blatant display of what you don't deserve, what you can't handle, what you can't do anymore. Sometimes it's reflecting the opposite of who you are. That's the thing, because that's what people never want to see. They always want to blame themselves. They always want to try to change. They always want to try to do better. But they never just sit with their environment and say, this is the opposite of everything I am. This is the opposite of everything I stand for. This is the opposite of everything I've taught myself throughout the years that has helped me become my best self. 4444. Stop being so hard on yourself. Stop trying so hard to change something that doesn't need to be changed. Okay. So you're vacuuming, right? Like, analogy. You're vacuuming. And you're like, I think this filter is dirty. Changing it. I think this filter is dirty. Okay, so as a alchemizer, you're not dirty. You're not broken. You're not in need of like changing your filter that is able to alchemize. You need a new environment. Interesting. Think about that. You just need to be around people who actually reflect your oh my gosh. I want to like, there's a word I'm looking for. What word am I looking for? Your rebellion. Your rebellion. And all of the steps that you took in order to go against the grain, all of the steps that you took in order to be yourself, regardless of who you were told that you were, your authentic self needs to be around authentic people. You are not broken. You need a change. You need a change from the world. You don't need to be changed. You don't need to be changed. Don't get it twisted. Because I have. I have got it twisted, yes, a few times. But, I've changed the filter many times, okay? And I'm not getting anything different. So it gets to a point where you're just you're going insane. You're going insane trying to change yourself, okay? So you need to step back from it, and you need to let your environment change itself. Because the one that you're in, it's just not enough for you, and that doesn't make you selfish. You're not selfish for understanding that you are a high-ranking being, and you need high-ranking people around you, supporting you, being there for you, establishing human connection with you. Don't go robot on me, y'all. Keep loving yourself, okay? Keep it cool, kind, and classy out here, all right?